Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3 with our good friend Moven Gerger Jones and her fellow reprobates working their way through an honour mode type deal. We have saved the Druid Grove, we have helped ourselves to the Druid Grove's treasures, and now I think it's party time. Everyone's having good fun. Karlach, are you having fun?
Would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with good potations too.
Yeah. Are you enjoying yourself, Karlach?
Fuck yes. I'm celebrating my freedom and our friendship and these folks' bright future besides. All I need now is a fire-retardant lover to get lost in till sunrise.
It'd be nice if I was fire retardant, because I do like you an awful lot.
I like you too. A lot. I'm sure you know that by now. Oh, gods. You know I want that more than fucking anything. I'll come find you when the others have gone to bed. Wait up for me, all right?
Heck yeah.
Yes.
She's so adorable.
Goblins swarmed, but we were brave and fried them all with a thunder wave.
But that's not what happened.
Live a little.
Lacrissa, how are you going to fry people with thunder waves? That's more of a lightning bolt
In red.
sort of thing. We could speak to Halsin, but we can speak to her in the morning. Let's speak to Zevlor.
I love you.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
It's all good. Maybe we can get Alfira to sing a bit. Always good to see her. And I feel like we just want to go to bed. We've got things to worry about.
The buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
We will seek Karlach.
Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
Hey, you soldier. I think everyone's asleep. May I? Hello, you. I've been waiting for this all night. Isn't it mad? How good life is.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When I look at you, it's all I can think about.
Thank the gods. I was afraid I was the only one. 10 years is a long time to be trapped in the hells. 10 years without a kind word. A touch. When I look at you, I feel real again. Alive. Gods, I want to ride you till you see stars.
Oh yeah. I feel like we need to find a solution to the infernal engine problem first.
I know. What I want and what I can have are two very different things. I'm just... combustible. 10 years is a long time without anyone's touch but my own. And when I look at you, I just feel... explosive.
Can we get away with a kiss?
I'll turn you to charcoal. Guaranteed.
I mean, the flames get worse when you're excited. What if we were to cool you down somehow?
Around you. Tall order. But if you've got an idea, I'm all ears.
Let's try breathing deeply. In and out.
In and out, you say? I'd never considered that. But I think I know what you mean. I'll give it a go. I'm terrible at this. What should we do now?
Well, maybe I can't touch you, but I could tell you what I'd like to do with you. It's not going to help cool you down, even a little bit.
I like the sound of that. My turn.
Blimey. In the butt. Seems a bit racy.
And that's a promise. On that note, I better head back to my bunk. You might not be able to touch me, but you've given me a lot to think about.
Best we can do for now, I suppose.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
We get a cure, and the chance to hit these arseholes where they live. Sounds good.
Well, we best head to Moonrise then.
Wait. There's more you need to know. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
The Absolute's forces can tolerate such a place?
So it seems, though I don't know how. You will have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers. Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
Well, we found a hidden entrance in the temple, so the way's clear.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin.
Oh yeah.
I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
Yeah, come along then, Halsin.
May Sylvanas guide us.
So, refugees are saved. Halsin's coming along. Let's see what our next goal might be. We haven't found anything to do with the Githyanki creche as of yet, but I feel like we can find our way there. Do we need Lae'zel in the team for that? It's generally good to have her in the team, but if a fight breaks out, do we want someone who's not part of the regular crew? Yeah, maybe just for the moment, Lae'zel can replace Will. I should probably also tell the crew about my urges. Sometimes I just want to kill things, you know. I want blood.
Many a good warrior savours the scent of blood in the air. There's no shame in a capricious murder now and again. Too many, though, and you waste energy and dull your weapon. My suggestion: attack with purpose and savour your kills. And if the urge proves too much, well, I'm sure we can find you a goblin or two to carve up.
Thank you, Lae'zel. That's a very balanced point of view. Would you like to come along? Will, stay at home for a bit, please.
Good. Our victory is most certain.
Hooray. She's currently a level 3 fighter. That's not going to do it. So let's see. We've got a new feat available. So she's a battle master. She's generally all about archery and whatnot. Do we need our strength to be any higher? I guess not, if she's primarily about archery. I'm thinking athlete. It gives us 1 ability point in Dex, which is always good. Gets us up to the 18, that's pretty good at this point in the game. Why have I given her 15 strength instead of like some more wisdom? If she's going to be a battle master archer, then she just doesn't need all that strength. She'd be better off having the ability to make saving throws. I think I was underestimating the importance of saving throws when I set her up. That generally looks better to me. Potentially we could go for ability score increase instead of athlete, and we could put a point in Dex and then a point in something else. Wisdom is far and away the most useful saving throw. A lot of things require wisdom to defend against. Now level 2 she gets action surge. Level 3 she's going to be a battle master. And I think let's see, disarming is always useful. Menacing is kind of cool all round. And then I've given her pushing as her third? Probably. And then at level 4, maybe we do go for ability improvement, as discussed, and we get a wisdom up to 14, so she's got a good defense against various effects. And then at level 5, she gets her extra attack. Now she just needs some gear, probably, because, yeah, she's got a short bow equipped. And an axe. I guess no one else in the crew's holding much in the way of weapons. Oh, yeah. Mo's holding quite a lot of weaponry that is probably better off in the chest. So it seems I hadn't been storing much in the way of gear. But the gloves of archery, Lae'zel could use those. No one else on the crew is heavy on bows, so that's fine. And now we should probably rearrange some stuff. The Ring of Colour Spray is the sort of thing that Gale can eat. And we've still got the Everburn Blade around our person. Yeah, maybe Gale should eat that as well, or we should sell it. Either way, we're not going to use it any longer, because one thing that always gets me about the Everburn Blade and a couple of other weapons, I see the green name, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool weapon, let's use it. And I ignore the fact that it doesn't have any enchantments on it. Unlike, say, the Susa Greatsword, which has got a weapon enchantment +1. So it gets a bonus to damage and attack rolls. So although that deals an extra 4 damage with the fire, 1d4, it's less likely to hit because it doesn't have that +1 to the attack rolls. So yeah, not actually that great of a weapon all round. That's just a warhammer, that's not terribly exciting, so we might add that to wares. Vision of the Absolute's not great. Yeah, I'm not going to store every single piece of weapon and armour. Stuff that I feel is not of any use can just go. Yeah, it looks like we don't have a lot in the way of cool gear for Lae'zel right now. We'll give her the Spring Step boots though. And then we still need a decent melee weapon for her, just in case. I mean, do we though? In a perfect world, she's not going to be ever using a weapon. But just in case of opportunity attacks and whatnot, we'll give her a dagger for now instead of a great axe. Maybe we'll pop to a vendor and just see if we can buy her an enchanted bow before we do anything too exciting. It's all a bit quieter now as well in the old grove. Thiefs have all gone about their business. It's just druids left now. Let's have a quick poke around the place. See if there's anything terribly exciting going on. Okay, even though we've rested, I've just noticed we've still got baleful knowledge. So we've still got disadvantage on wisdom checks on Mo. Which probably means we're going to fail them all. We could use a remove curse at some point. Yeah, there's Korga. Now, I'm not convinced that Korgud's had enough punishment for what she tried to do to this place. I think she needs to be taught some sort of lesson. Not a major one, just a mild sort of beating might remind her that she shouldn't be going around threatening children with snakes.
You sought a fight, and now you have one.
Okay, she doesn't seem too bothered about that. Let's get in there with Karlach. We'll give her some bees as well. We're going to stick to the melee attacks here. We could probably soften her up with ranged attacks. But we don't want to risk overdoing it. Maybe we could give her a little bit of lighting on fire, although... Yeah, let's use our psychic missiles from that amulet. What's she gonna do? Moonbeam. That's reasonable damage. But then she moves away, so we're all just gonna follow her now. We won't react, I don't think. And we won't react again. Lovely. She's knocked out. We will help ourselves to the Broodmother's revenge. That was the main reason we did that. We'll take her scimitar as well, though, to be honest. So we'll slip that on. Whenever the wearer is healed, their weapon damage... Well, their weapon becomes coated in magic and deals poison damage. It's not the best thing in the world, because poison damage isn't all that. There's a lot of things in the game that are immune or resistant to it. But still, it's better than anything else we've got going on right now. Aaron, do you have any special bows?
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you.
You're welcome, bub. I'm glad I could help.
As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree.
Oh, you mean the foul bloods that you were talking about before? Huh? Trade, please.
Of course.
So you got Spell Thief, but that's, again, a green weapon that's not actually enchanted. And then you got a bunch of stuff that we don't really need. So, yeah, maybe we'll just leave you be. Ah, Strange Ox, have you not left with the rest?
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Something strange about you, friend. I'm probably too dumb to figure it out, but... Nope. No, I'm smart enough to realise that there's something odd about this ox.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
It's more to see than meets the eye. Bello, would you care to explain?
No. You are incapable.
Oh, come on, old chap. Let's see. Oh, intimidation might be the best. Yeah, out with it, cow. That's a good roll.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this, moo.
Very well. I guess there's nothing else worth doing around and about. Just a few more druids hanging about here and there, running the place. This one's just sat down, doing absolutely nothing. As soon as Halsin's gone, she's like, yeah, I'm just going to chill. I'm going to put my feet up. And that one. They're all lazy. Anyway, Risen Road, or Valkeen's Rest. Let us press on in this general direction. I sure hope there's no dragons around. Seems like there aren't. Maybe I saw a dragon earlier and forgot about it. Hello, friend.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
That one might have survived. They fell in the water, although they are wearing heavy armor.
Stop wasting time, Beretha. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await.
That tiefling scuttling away in the background. She's probably got the right idea. Yeah, let's go then, Lae'zel. Now, what is Gale's armor class? 19. I notice he doesn't seem to have mage armor on. So why is he at 19 armor class? Oh yeah, I gave him dragon, didn't I? So he doesn't need mage armor because the draconic resilience basically covers it for him. Absolute tank of a sorcerer.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Come on, Lae'zel.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to part from you. It does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands.
Take word to your Kresh. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
Yeah. Go for it, Lae'zel. Good. Good roll.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods.
Hooray!
Content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon.
I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
To Danos! To the sky!
Off they go then. See you later, dragon friend. And we got a bunch of free XP. Lovely stuff. These mercs don't have much going on. Lae'zel seems a bit agitated about something.
Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The crash is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Sounds like a plan. We go into the valley. Although we also get Lae'zel back off the team. Will is down, down, down by the river. But we need him. Stop drinking that wine, Will.
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a woman with one eye.
You make good points. Will? Would you like to join the team again? Oh, actually, before we join the team, I should probably also tell you that I've got this sort of bloodthirst thing going on. You know, an urge to destroy, maim, kill.
Anger. I understand. We've been preyed on by Illithids, suffered insertion of a mind-bending worm. Bloodthirst is another matter. But perhaps not too big of one, if it's a devil or demon's flesh you're wanting to tear.
Even Will is okay with our dark urges.
I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in.
Of course there is. Lae'zel can stay here again.
Let's make this happen.
Yeah, let's do it. I admire your enthusiasm. Now, we're quite away from level 6, but that's fine. Level 5 is the big one. So I guess we can go to the mountain pass now that we've dealt with the druids and the goblins. I don't intend to do stuff here just yet. I want to go to the Underdark again. But we can pick up a waypoint and maybe speak to an old woman. I feel like this area is best served until we're like at least level 6, possibly even level 7 if we can get to that point. The Death Shepherds are nothing to be sniffed at, I'll tell you that much. So we are not going in their general direction. No, we can stroll down here though. Speak to Lady Esther.
I warn you, I'm exceptionally well armed.
Ah, you know.
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive?
It looks like a temple.
Oh, it certainly looks that way. But inside, it is swarming with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki.
Not rude.
They have the audacity to call that hole a creche, as if it weren't actually a murderous training camp. Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient.
Why would you want one of their eggs?
The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition. The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. Hogwash, of course. A Githyanki can no more rise above its nature than gnomes can fly.
Memories of Barcus. I mean, some things are in our blood. Only a fool would deny that.
Exactly. I knew you were a learned soul from the moment I set eyes on you. Perhaps you could help me then. I may not be welcome there, but surely a person with your charm and worldliness could get into the creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg.
Here's an owlbear egg.
Oh, you wonder... Hold on. It looks different to what I expected. Are you sure that's a Gith egg?
No, it's an owlbear's egg. I just like it.
Everyone needs a hobby, I suppose. But if you find a Gith egg, do return it quickly. No matter how much you like it.
Excellent. Now, I normally would not do this quest. But if we want to do all of the honor mode bosses, then we will indeed have to do it. So that's something that's coming up down the line. Will, you are our vendor, aren't you? Yeah. Right, so what are we looking at? We've got the Graceful Cloth, which is 2,000 gold. That's insane. Boots of elemental momentum. Gloves of baneful striking. And cinder and sizzle. I don't think there's a huge amount of stuff that we might need. That cacophony staff looks fun though. I wouldn't mind using that on a monk that uses actual weaponry. At some point in my life. I'll have to remember that for the future. Winter's clutches, but we're not doing any frost sorcery type stuff. I don't think she's got anything we really need. But we'll sell her some of our wares. We need to remember as well we've got Lump's Warhorn. That can make the Underdark a bit safer. Let's remember to give Will a weapon. Blam. And then let's bind the damn thing as well. Kind of helps if he's got a weapon, don't you know? It's one of the things from the daily ritual that I hadn't already done. Because I'm a big dum-dum. But yeah, it's Underdark time. We've got 3 heroic bosses to fight in this general vicinity. And then a couple more in the Grimforge. So let's go about our business. First of all, let's bring along friend Glut. Oh, and his hook horror has reappeared automatically. That's fantastic. That saves us having to find another hook horror corpse. But are we strong enough at level 5 to take down a heroic Bulette? The answer is I do hope so. It's one of those fights where I know very little about the honor mode version, so could be a bugger. Could be just fine. My lack of knowledge scares me.
Anything of use?
So, how close can we get to here before the ground will start rumbling? And who do we send in to rumble the ground? Probably Mo. Oh yeah, she's got Glut and Hook Horror with her though. You two come back here, please. Can I separate you? Doesn't seem to have the little icon that allows us to separate them. So let's just take in Karlach. Nope. There we go. It's knocked everyone down. It's about to burst out. So let's spread out a bit if we can.
Find me.
Dash. Do we want to be up there with Gale? Just for better attack rolls. It's probably smart. So Will then can go this way. Mo can come here. Right, see what we're up against. So it is on. Gale's not in the fight yet. Interesting. It's got 262 HP. What the heck? Diamond scales. 100 temporary hit points. While it's got these hit points, it is grounded. So it can't be pushed about. Any damage lower than 15 will not affect it, and it can use shredding scales immediately after being hit for the first time in a round. Shredding scales deals 3 to 18 damage. Possibly causes bleeding. All of this sounds awful. So we need to get those first 100 hit points off it. Stat. Hook Horror. You've got less initiative than it. That's the worst. Gale, I think you should stay up there, because it's probably going to come to us with a pounce of some sort. We might lose a turn of attack with you. But I think
fire, baby.
I'm okay with that. So, if we hit it from range, will it use its shredding scales on us? Maybe not. Possibly because it just didn't take any damage. Can we even do 15? Only with, like, an exceptional damage roll. But Will probably can. I feel like Will definitely can, in fact. But I don't want him to necessarily rush in. Okay, did 0 there. What can we do with our big blade? Yeah, we've got a chance. But let's rage first, because that's probably smart. And then, let's see, do we have to actually do damage to maintain rage? No, we just have to attack an enemy. So even though our bow is dealing no damage, it should keep rage active. Glut, you can just stay there probably. Yeah, that's probably best. No, you're going to leap on someone. Oh, it's Hook Horror, fantastic. And then a critical miss. Now, Hook Horror can also leap. And then swing for no damage. Maybe we should get Gale in the fight. Scarlet can theoretically hit it. No, I cast Hunter's Mark, didn't I? Yeah, good. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up on the right there, but it only does that when it's on the downtime. So that would explain it. Okay. No damage. But Will, on the other hand, with his Shadow Blade, really good chance of doing damage. So let's see what this shredding scales attack is all about. Why is it telling me to run around a circle? There we go. Okay, that wasn't the worst thing in the world. We can live with that. Now, I guess it can't be bled. Be nice if it could be bled. Oh, 16 damage. Good. We'll definitely take that. And it is bleeding. Wonderful. But it's got a reaction, so it can attack of opportunity if we try and run away. So let's stay there. Gale, is there anywhere along that branch of yours that you could move? I don't think so. So Glut. Is it worth trying to animate that bugger? Probably not. And we want Hook Horror to die before we worry about any animating things. So let's pounce. Have we knocked it down? We have. Fantastic. We can multi-attack. Okay. It's still worthless. But that's fine. $18 damage with a crit. That's more like it. And then Will can miss. And then 19 damage. And it didn't use its thing because it's on its butt. So that's great. Now, what shall we do? We could try and make it bleed again, because there's no cost to that beyond the fact that it's an attack. But that's failed. Do we get Gale involved? Why not? He might not get an attack this turn. Yeah, he doesn't get to attack this turn, it seems. But once the scales have worn off, which they're about to, he should stand a chance of doing things. Oh, are you buggering off? Okay, it's gone. It'll come back. Probably when we'd least want it to. But it'll come back. So things are going okay. Yeah, I feel like Gale probably wasn't going to do much to it with its diamond scales, because he's hitting with multi-attacks more than anything. I'm also thinking that Glut wants to raise up a fresh hook horror, because this one... Oh dear.
We all know you'd be unable to touch anyone when she crammed that awful thing into your chest.
Okay, Will was about to chat with Zoe.
I can touch devils and the like back in Avernus. I never did, because I'm not a masochist. But I could have.
Gods, I'm glad you got out of there.
Okie doke. Yeah, let's all just back away. Bulette is
Best
returning.
friend on my tail the whole time. Who knew?
So, hook horror, you were pretty useful. So we definitely want you to see if you can prone the bugger. Ah, okay. That was unfortunate. Now, Karlach. Wait, where's Will? There he is. He's too far away. Sproing. No, he's not. Ah, come on, Will. Come on, Will. Hook horror, you've got initiative this time. Can you knock it on its butt? No. And you did no damage. You could have theoretically done damage, but you didn't. And yeah, everyone's just doing a whole lot of nothing. What about Gale? We could use a chromatic orb. We could use like a thunder orb, and that's got a good chance of doing something. If it hits. Immune to thunder damage. Did I... From silenced? Why is it Oh, is it silenced because of the hits from Mo's sword? Ah. I'm an Egypt.
It's hot in here.
Right, Karlach. It's up to you. Get a crit, baby. Okay, get the other kind of crit. Okay, just got that's one again. That's fine. Let's spread out. Glut, we might need you to raise another hook horror soon, so you just stand there. Oh, there we go. Diamond Scales has worn off. Although it's still got to use it, apparently. Oh, jeez. And yeah, there goes our hook horror. Okay. So now we should be able to hit the damn thing. Assuming, of course, we can get past its defences. Good. Will. That's nice. That's really nice damage. Scorching Ray? 55% isn't great. And see, we did 9 damage. Okay. Can we get back up here? And are we going to be able to hit it next turn from up here? I do hope so. Do we rage again and try and bleed it again? It's still bleeding from before. But I think I would like to rage again. Well, that's nice damage. And then, where is that other hook horror's body? Are you stood on it? Yeah, you are. Breathe life, please, Gut. Oh, yeah. New friend. Oh, don't... Oh, dear. I didn't realise that you had an opportunity attack and that it was going to trigger. So Glut's not looking good. Big bounce. Oh, if he knocks out on its butt again. Nice. Now. Bit of damage from Karlach. We should have this. Especially with Will. His broken Shadow Blade. God. That damage. Gale.
The only way out is through.
You could have got the killing blow. But the main thing is someone got the killing blow. Now, Blood Guzzler Garb. Never an enemy damages the wearer gains wrath for a turn. Not the most amazing thing in the world. Oh! Crap. Yeah, let's turn off non-lethal again. There we go. We do not want to leave that thing alive. I'll tell you what. So what's the next plan? That's a heroic fight won this episode. Still pretty terrified of the spectator fight, but maybe it's worth doing now anyway. What's the worst that can happen? Is Glut going to complain about leaving the Underdark? He often does when we're in here. Even if we're not actually going anywhere. Now, Karlach, let's do something. You see that little man down there? Boink. Let's get the spectator up and running. We're not actually strolling through here. Nothing for Karlach to worry about. And there aren't even this many drow down there, so I don't know what's going on with this cutscene. Gah, that thing's the worst. Right, Karlach, please back away. She's surprised, so she can't use actions. But now surprise is worn off, and that's something that can really wipe you out in this fight, is the surprise rounds. But how do we go about this? What's our plan beyond this point? Is there any other way of getting to this that would be more beneficial? Or are we best off fighting it from up here? Let's see. I think taking out that torch stalk would be a good idea, but the path seems to be interrupted. There we go. So we might want to get the whole crew out here somewhere. Let's have a look at this bugger. Panicked Sentinel. Will immediately fire a random eye at any creature it can see that moves within 6 meters of it. That's awful. Ocular Nightmare. After accumulating 5 paranoid dreams, you'll spend a legendary action to cast Ocular Nightmare when it is next struck. which can wound, confuse, paralyze, and frighten all foes within 20 meters. So we need to stay the heck away from it. When it is struck, it dreams in fear. After 5 dreams, it spends a legendary action. So yeah, everyone needs to stay the hell away.
Let's move.
So what's the plan? Is it to spread out? Is it to just move everyone up here somewhere? Okay, it's on. The fight is on. But Hook Horror is kind of stuck. Can you come this way, friend? Okay, that gate is closed. I should have gone to camp and back just to allow Hook Horror to join the fight, I think. But maybe it's not the end of the world. Maybe Hook Horror can still join the fight. It can jump down there without taking damage. And crush the corpse of that Minotaur. And then it can perhaps jump over there. Yes, it can. And then it can come around this corner. And now it's in the fight. Amazing. So what's the plan? Looks like we need to spend another of these. We can't reapply Hunter's Mark. Probably because the brulette disappeared and then reappeared. I'm going to assume. Well, fog could have been useful perhaps, but then how do we hit it? Oh, that's 2 dreams. Perhaps. Bit of that. Yeah, it's already got 2 paranoid dreams against it. This is kind of good. Because if we can hit it with enough stuff to give it the paranoid dreams we need, then we can cause it to pop off, and then we can move in, maybe. Okay, we only hit once there. That's sad times. Do we use a quickened spell? 3 sorcery points per spell. Okay, so now it's got 5 paranoid dreams. So 1 more hit, I think. If I've read everything correctly. Yeah, when it's next struck, it's going to go crazy.
Behold, the dance of death.
Yeah, Mo, that's the spirit. Now, can you make it mad? Oh, jeez. That's got enough range on it to hit people up there. I didn't realise that. Can we get in there now? We haven't got enough movement. Can we silence it? Oops.
Kill. Kill again.
Yeah, kill, Mo. So we can silence it as well. That's good. Probably. And now it's immune to thunder because of silence. Okay. Everything else seems to be in the fight now, but they're all yellow, which is good. Probably. Although they're all also paralysed and whatnot. No, Dawn or Dune is out of the fight. I'm glad they're all in the fight though. Now, is Will far enough away? Oh, we can Misty Step again. I'm wondering if it's worth getting in there and stabbing it because of the enormous amount of damage that Will does with his Shadow Blade. Hello, friend. Blam. That's damage. That's... Oh my god, this fight's going well. Now, where can you pounce to? You pounce to there. Nope, it's befuddled though. Okay. Just kill it then, I guess.
I'd have been a statue, imprisoned for eternity.
Yep, but we're not. And now everyone has survived except for this knobhead. That's kind of cool. Well done, crew. Now what we got? The blast pendant. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take everything, I think. And then who on our team has any brains about them? Barely anyone. But Karlach could give the memory shard a go. She's slightly smarter than the rest of the crew.
A dull crystal, glowing only faintly.
What are you all about, Crystal? Hooray!
You heard its like described before. A memory shard used to store brief mental impressions from the user's mind.
Let's probe those thoughts. Little pokey poke. That's not succeeded. We don't need this, but we could use an inspiration. We got 4 of them.
The crystal's glow swells, drawing you into its depths. You are transported somewhere deep, loud, and hot as the hells themselves. Within the Underdark's bowels, beyond an ancient stronghold, hovers a giant hammer, waiting to fall. An echoing clang, and you're back to yourself, left only with a firm sense of a place, a grand forge.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Should probably go and visit said forge down the line. So, all these drow friends are just sort of sat about. Have I ever spoken to this guy before? I don't think so.
By the demon web, it has been so long. Dawn dead. I need to think.
Yeah, if you were thinking, then maybe you wouldn't have got into a fight with a spectator.
A mistake. All of it came with the wizard. Dawn. He was looking for treasure and promised a cut. Or so he said. A rival of his popped out of nowhere. Sargrim. Something like that. Unpleasant fellow. They had words. Nasty ones. Sargrim summoned the spectator. I never saw one like that. Petrified us all.
Well, what comes next for you, friend?
First I rest. Then a long journey home.
Well, good luck. I hope you make it safely back to Menzoberranzan. Now, can we pop that torch stalk? We can. Which means we can rob the spectator. And also dig up this dirt man that Will found mid-combat. And it's probably time for another long rest. We started the episode with one. It looks like we're going to end the episode with one. But before we do, let's pop back to the colony. Just so I've got some vague idea of where I'm going next time and what I might be getting up to. For next time, I believe we are going to be taking on the Dweger on the beach. And probably popping into the Arcane Tower as well. And engaging in tomfoolery over there. We could, in theory, at this point, get Friend Gut to help us out before we take on the Dweger. Let's see. We do actually have the beach. So we could sneak down there with a dead Boulette at our side. Because that's one thing Glut can do, you know. If we have a look at friend Glut, wherever he may be. Come on, Glut. Yeah. You can target corpses, but not constructs, plants, or aberrations. Hook horrors and Boulettes are monstrosities and therefore can be targeted. Spectators can't be, though. They are aberrations. So sadly we can't bring the spectator along. But we can bring along the Boulette if we so desire. But now it's nap time. And Karlach wants to speak to us.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest.
No.
We need to catch up with Dammon. See if he's thought of a way to fix this thing. If it can be fixed.
You're tough. That thing in your chest won't overpower you.
Tell that to the Inferno where my heart was, soldier. Actually, don't. I don't want to piss it off.
Understandable. Now, does anyone want this pendant that we've picked up? I don't think so. I think everyone's happy with their pendants right now. She's a better melee weapon for Karlach, probably, although she's got a +1, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we'll have a nappy nap. And now friend Scratch appears to have something.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
What you got there, Scratch?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me.
You don't know what a bone is?
I thought of you when I saw it.
Well, I made a bone, so that makes sense. Who's a good boy? Yeah, he is. Just when the day can't get any better, you get a free bone. And now, I'm going to try and remember what I need to do at the start of a new day. Certainly involves a bit of Shadow Blade. And if there's any other morning rituals... Oh, I suppose there's a bit of shovel. Yeah, so next time it's going to be fisting time. But until then, thanks for watching, friends.